All right, Boston, we are back, and it's time for us to head into the Year 4 offseason with your Boston Bruins, your Stanley Cup winning Boston Bruins. After an incredible playoff run, it's time to take the next step to turn this team into a dynasty. So we got all the Bruins coming back. I already showed you guys the awards in the last video. Brad Marchand as the Conn Smythe winner. But draft day is going to be an interesting one because last season in free agency, the offer sheet to, what was his name? Charlie McAvoy. We had 4 first rounders for not matching that offer sheet from the LA Kings. And in year number 1, that first rounder ends up becoming the 6th overall pick. So we have the 6th overall pick. We have some trading assets. We have a lot of flexibility right here. Now, I was doing some pre-scouting, and I was thinking about who I could trade away at the draft, but we're actually in a good situation where we're going to be able to re-sign everyone no matter what. We're not going to lose anyone because of a salary cap. First, we have Laurent Prasat and UC Saros signed to very good deals, all right? $1 million, $2 million for another year, so $3 million and 2 goaltenders. Devin Dubnyk's contract is going to be off the books. Torrey Krug we have for 1 more year at $9 million. We just signed Brendan Carlo to a 4-year extension. Those 2 guys are our top 2. I was considering trading away Jonas Brodin. That was always the plan, but, you know, we just won a Stanley Cup. He's a solid top 4 defenseman. He's got 1 year left, so I don't feel the need to trade him right now. I'm not opposed to it if the right trade is there, but why not just bring him back or hold on to him to see to wait to see who's available in free agency, right? Ryan Ellis, the same thing. Yes, he's 32 years of age. He's dropped to an 83, but I can always trade him in free agency. I want to hold on to him right now just to see who's available. However, Ian Cole and his $3 million, we can move on from him just to free it up, all right? You go to the right wingers, Pasternak is staying. Shenishin, we got to give a contract to. Josh Lievel, also almost $3 million, just like Ian Cole. We can move on from him, so there's $6 million we can clear up. Left wingers, Marchand, DeBrusk, and Nemesnikov are all signed. And then centers, Braden Point, Raquel are both signed. We got to get Bergeron a contract, but he's going to come down from 8.5. Forsbacka Carlson's not going to want that much, and Fredericks an RFA. So we are actually fine and nice and healthy for the salary cap. So considering we just won the Stanley Cup, I do not want to go wild with trades. I want to see who's available in free agency so that we can construct our team the way we want to. All right? And when it comes to the draft class, we have the 6th overall pick. What do we want to do with this pick? All right, I don't think we're going to get our hands on any one of these forwards. Bradley Byron, Gustavo Bonino, Edward Nesbitt. They got some great stats. We have the 6th overall pick, but we might be left with one of these defensemen. And we do need some defenseman prospects on this team with Torrey Krug getting a little bit older. All right, we already have Lambos, the lefty, and there's one righty, Darcy Barnett. The other 2 guys are left-handed. So I don't know if I want to draft with our 1st overall pick or if there's a player out there who's young, who's got some term left that we could trade for that could immediately help us because, I mean, if we just won the Stanley Cup, we can come back and win it again next year, right? With our aging veterans like Bergeron and Marchand to go out and get another guy to really help out, that would be big time. And after all, that's our strategy, right? Is to go cheap on the goaltenders and spend all that money on the roster. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. We got the contracts. I can't take a look at what's available until I get into the draft. We've done no pre-scouting in regards to what other teams are giving up. So let's just head in there, all right? I'm not going to make any crazy decisions, but it is time for the Nhl Entry Draft in year number 4. The Ottawa Senators at the 1st overall pick, followed up by Vancouver, Philadelphia, San Jose, St. Louis, and your Boston Bruins. All right, so offer trade. First off, let us go through the NHL and try to be quick with this and see what other teams are willing to give up. And if you see a guy who you think we could trade our 1st rounder for, you let me know. So Oliver Ekman-Larsson is there, 8250 for another 5 years. That's a lot of trade value, but we already have a Torrey Krug, right? That's the exact same type of player, so I'm not going to do that. Let's move on. Buffalo Sabres, no one in there. Don't need anyone. Michael Backlund, right? What's his first name? Yeah, Mikhail Backlund. Yeah. We don't need him. Don't need any veterans like this. Like I said, a young guy with term, I wouldn't mind going after. Now, here's an interesting one. What do you guys think about this? Remember how we were talking about Hayden Flurry? Hayden Fleury's trade value has dropped. He's also dropped down to an 81 overall, but he's 26 years of age, right? His contract is about to come to an end, and he's got no extension. Should we take a chance on Hayden Fleury? Because even though he dropped, he could go back up there. We've seen guys go back up. 26, if you take a look at his individual stats, they're good. I like his individual stats. And even if we use him as a top 6 defenseman, right? As the replacement for Mark Giordano or Savard. Give this guy a chance to grow. 26 years of age. Depends on how cheap he is. And I won't have to give up much to get him. I could go for him for like a 4th rounder. I could maybe trade Ian Cole or Josh Lievo for Hayden Flurry. And it's not going to cost me anything. I'm not locked in. That's not a bad one. So just remember Hayden Flurry from the Carolina Hurricanes. In fact, let me throw it in there just for right now, all right? Hayden Flurry. And do they want Ian Cole? They want Ian. I mean, look at that. Why should I not do that, right? I'm giving up the money, and I'm getting a guy who I could sign to my term, and he could just be a top 6 defenseman at 26 years of age. That's not bad, man. And he might go back up. That's not bad. Just remember that one. I'd be willing to make that trade. I'd absolutely be willing to make that trade. All right, and then we don't have to worry about, because I was considering making that trade for Jonas Brodin, right? Jonathan Tazer, $10 million for 1 year. I'm not taking Tazer away from Chicago. 1 minute left on the clock. Yeah, that's the Ottawa Senators, though. I just got to go through it. They'll select. I'm not trading with the Ottawa Senators. I'm not moving up in the draft. I'm looking for a player, or I'm drafting someone. So Tyler Bertuzzi, he's going to have 3 years left as a left-wing two-way forward. Wouldn't be a bad guy, but I already have, like, he actually fits in on the third line. It would be perfect, but I already have, what's his name, Patrice Bergeron, who's still playing down there. So I'm not going to go after a Tyler Bertuzzi. Hasselhoffman, no, I'm not going to go after a guy like that. Rourke, no, I'm not going to go after you. Ellie, not going to go after you. Zach Parise, is he on the move today, boyos? All right, so the Ottawa Senators go with Byron as the first overall pick, 80 overall center playmaker, medium elite. Take a look at those individual stats, ladies and gentlemen. The Ottawa Senators get themselves a nice player right there. All right, so Bradley Byron going to the Ottawa Senators. All right, so what team was I on? Hasselhoffman, Ellie, Parise. Yeah, I was on the Montreal Canadiens. All right, so hang on a second. Let me bring up the skaters matching the block. Max Domi, 3 years left at 8.1. No, I wouldn't want that. Kreider, 2 years left. No, I already had Kreider on this team. Nashville Predators, let me just sort by overall. Kyle Turris, 33 years of age. Colton Sissons, $2.8 million. No. Eakin, no. Brock Nelson, 31 years of age, 3 years left. I mean, it's not bad, but no, I could do that in free agency, right? If there's a guy like that in free agency, why trade for one? Sorensen, no. Gosh, Despear, 88. Same thing as an Oliver Ekman-Larsson, but we already have Torrey Krug, so I don't need that. I don't need 2 guys like that. Chris Letang, Alex Galchenyuk, Sid the Kid Crosby. Pittsburgh's willing to trade him away. No, I'm not going after Crosby. He's going to continue to drop off. 2 years left at $8.7 million. Not doing that. Smith, no. Pietrangelo, here we go. Pietrangelo, 33 years of age. No, I'm not going to do that. Braden Shen. Colton Parayko, 30 years of age with 2 years left. Now, this could be the replacement for Ryan Ellis. Right? Now, what position does he play? Ooh, he actually plays the third defensive pairing. Interesting. So 5 goals, 12 assists. What does he do? What kind of simulation does he have? Minus 20, minus 15. Takes penalty minutes. Yikes. I don't know. He's good overall. He throws the body, blocks the shots. Giveaways and takeaways. Nah, you know what? I don't think that guy fits on the team. I wouldn't mind taking him as a free agent, but that's a little bit too much trade value, and we don't know if he's going to simulate well on this team. We already have a Brendan Carlo defenseman, so going after a veteran who's just going to do the exact same thing. Nah, I don't think that works. Yeah, the people in the chat are saying, no, stay away from that. Yeah, I think you're right. We don't need to. That's what I mean about, making too big of a decision here. We can just do it in free agency. So the Vegas Golden Knights, William Karlsson. William Karlsson, two-way forwards. So imagine this. William Karlsson, Ricard Raquel, and Jake DeBrusk on the second line. Then you drop Jacob Forsbacka back down to the third line with Shenishin and Nemesnikov, and then Bergeron becomes a fourth liner. He never simulates well. Does he simulate like a playmaker? Hang on a second. Let's see. He had 30 goals in year number 2, and then he turned into a pure-on playmaker, and Ricard Raquel's kind of the same idea. All right, yeah, I'm just trying to... Doesn't really work out. Nesbitt, drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers, center playmaker, also 80 overall. Take a look at this. Yeah, I like his individual stats. Very nice. Very nice. All right, offer trade. He might be going to free agency. Manson. Hang on a second. Let me just get back there again. Was it the Vegas Golden Knights? Carlson. Yeah, it was the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, yeah, I don't think making that trade works out for me. It's taking too much of a chance on a guy with $6 million. Again, we can just take a look in free agency, and our team just won the Stanley Cup, so I don't need to really change too much. Scarlett, no, nothing in Washington. Blake Wheeler, Brendan Little, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, ain't giving a first rounder like the Islanders did, and there we go, back to the Arizona Coyotes. All right, so, yeah, there really wasn't anyone that was eye-popping for me except for Hayden Flurry. So I'm going to just take a chance on Hayden Flurry. All right, if he wants too much to re-sign for, then I simply won't re-sign him. But this is just going to be a salary cap dump, essentially. All right, so I'm going to go Ian Cole. There you go. And do they want Josh Lievo as well? And they want Josh Lievo, okay? So there you go. You can take on Ian Cole and Josh Lievo. What else are you willing to give up here? Draft picks? Want to give up some draft picks? 28th overall, first rounder. Yo, I'll take that off your hands. I'll take that off your hands. You want to give up a first? Ian Cole and Josh Lievo for Hayden Flurry, who's essentially a free agent, right? That's no trade value right there. I'm just going for the 28th overall pick. Why not, right? Get another prospect and help build up the future. So, are you guys okay with that one? I'm liking it. We'll see if we can get that first rounder from the Carolina Hurricanes, and they get themselves, I mean, their status as a champion. We faced them in the conference finals. We're giving themselves two guys who helped us defeat them, Ian Cole and Josh Lievo, for a first rounder. Hayden Flurry, will it go through? Trade rejected. All right, so they're not willing to give up that first rounder. Let's go back into there. What about next year's first rounder? No, they don't want to give that up. All right, so we don't have a second rounder this year. Let's try to go for a second rounder and a third. Will that go through? Trade accepted. On behalf of the Carolina Hurricanes organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. All right, so solid trade right there. Robbery. No, you guys can't look at Hayden Flurry as a guy that they traded away. Remember, he was going to unrestricted free agency. We just traded for his rights. That's all. So essentially, it's Lievo and Cole for a second and a third. That's not highway robbery, guys. Hayden Flurry had no term left on his deal. Essentially, they're losing him for nothing. So they just gave up a second and a third for two guys that I paid pretty much that for. You fleeced them, nicely done, fleeced? No, trust me, I can fleece them a lot more. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to use my draft pick to take somebody. There wasn't anyone available that with that trade value that I'd be willing to trade for. So let's just see what these teams do, all right? Hang on a second, is anyone willing to trade up or trade down for a pick? Because if I could trade up, no. The Vancouver Canucks do not want to trade down. The San Jose Sharks nope. They don't want to trade down. The St. Louis Blues, they don't want to trade down. Now it's going to be too hard to move up. So we're just gonna. I mean, the 6th overall pick is good enough. I don't need to try to move it up. All right, and we still have 3 more years of LA Kings first rounders coming our way. So Benito, the right wing playmaker. So all playmakers going first. Yeah, they took the forwards. So we're gonna be left with a defenseman. Some pretty good individual stats. Yeah, they're all around the same. 81 overall, so he could have been the first. There's like 3 first overall picks this year. Who's going to be better when it's all said and done? Byron, Nesbitt, or Benino? Next up, the San Jose Sharks. Sim pick. Barnett. So they took the right-handed defensive defenseman, 79 overall. That would have been nice. Next up, the St. Louis Blues. Sim pick. Nolan, defensive defenseman, medium elite. So, man, a bunch of defensive defensemen. And that leaves us with the 6th overall pick. What do we do? Kreitzer. All right, so the scouting report saying to go after him. 46 games played, 11 points in a B league. It's not exactly lights out. I'd say this guy is like somewhere in the mid-70s. I don't know about potential. Penalty minutes 10, shots 31. I don't know. What do you guys think? And Fairchild, left wing, same thing in an A-plus league. You might not be getting a medium elite anymore right here. You might not be getting it. Might be a defensive defenseman, and he's left-handed. We already have Lambos. Although, getting a guy that we could just trade might not be a bad idea. You need a defenseman, in my opinion. Yeah, we do need a defenseman. All right. I'm not going to overthink this. All right. I'm okay with it being medium elite. I'm okay with it being medium top 4 because either way, he's going to be in the mid 70s. And whether it's a trading asset or whatever, this is a guy. Remember, for Charlie McAvoy, we got 4 years of this, right? So it doesn't have to be one player. It can be an accumulation of multiple players. This guy and next year's guy combined as a trading asset could be a superstar 2 years from now. So I'm going to go with your Kreitzer. All right, the German, baby. 18 years of age, left-handed. Let's see what he is. Oh, medium top 4. All right, Jorg. Medium top 4, 72 overall. But 72 overall at 18 years of age, that's solid. By the time this guy's 2021, he's going to be NHL ready. All right, solid. And he's a two-way guy. So even though these guys had the medium elites, they were defensive defensemen. Sometimes defensive defensemen do not simulate well. We got the two-way defenseman. All right, so Kreitzer and Lambos. Lambos is the medium elite. He can be on the first line left defenseman. Kreitzer could be on the second line left defenseman as Torrey Krug starts to drop off. That's not bad. I'm fine with that. Let's see if we missed out on anyone, though. Next up, the Columbus Blue Jackets, Fairchild. All right, so a left wing, two-way forward, medium top 6, 70 overall. I didn't need that. Did not need that. Sim pick. Next up, the Vegas Golden Knights, power forward, medium top 6 center. Did not need that. Next up, the Edmonton Oilers. Let's see, Keane. Left wing power forward, medium top 6. I didn't need any of this. So let's sim to pick 59. I'll go back to the first round, see if anyone was there. Big drop off. Well, that's okay. This is the top 5. Top 5 is better than everyone else. Let's see if there was any medium elites with like mid-70s that I could have picked up. They're all medium top 6. There you go. There's a guy. Hancock would have been somebody to go after. 78 overall, 18 years of age, medium top 6. All right, but he's a forward. That would have been a good one. High top 6 defenseman. No, medium top 6, 74 overall, though. Not bad. Medium top 4, medium top 4, medium top 6, medium top 6, medium top 6. Nah, I'm fine with my draft pick. Then there's some top 9s in there, low elites. I'm fine with my draft pick. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Let's just keep on drafting, boys. You got the right pick. Yeah, I got the right pick indeed. All right, so we're at the 58th overall pick. Let's see if we can find any studs in here. Let's just see. A+ league, C- league, a 904 save percent. Should I just take a goalie and get some more trading assets? Usually goalies in like the second or third round can be good. Should I just take a chance on this Scoville guy? Jeff Scoville, 17 years of age, going in the second round. I think I should take a chance on Jeff Scoville from Peterborough. Because again, trading asset, and we don't know about anyone else. Spicy. Short by gems, goalie, you need prospects, not goalies. Yeah, but the idea is this guy's trade value will be sky high if he's elites. Yeah, I'm going for it. Jeff Scoville. Going, just at least be medium starter. Woo! Medium elite, baby. That's trading asset. Yeah, this is a good draft for us. Solid freaking draft right there. And he's 17 years of age at 58 overall. This guy's going to be good. Sometimes when they're that young, they're like 49 or like 47. This guy's already 58 at 17. By the time he's 18, what is he, 60-something? 19, 70-something, 20-something, he's already in the 80s? That's a good one. I might want to hold on to him, man. That's a good one. And that was from the Carolina Hurricanes. What a trade. Ian Cole and what's his name? Josh Lievo for Flurry and Scoville right now. Sim options. Let's get to the next one. Sim to pick number 90. All right, and there we go. Third round. What do we want to go for next? Ooh, the coach is giving me some decisions here. Let's see what we got. 5 goals, 17 assists, an A- league. Let's just go through another goalie. I'm not gonna go for another goalie. I'm gonna try to get lucky here with a player. There are some guys here, but they're like D leagues. They should be getting so many more points in a D league. Hang on, let me just go through them. You never know, right? We might be able to just find that gem. 20 goals, 22 assists, 10 goals, 22 assists. There are some guys here. Some goal. Ooh, here we go. Julius Conan. C-, 22 goals, 31 assists, 18 years of age. Do I have the go-ahead to go after Conan? Left wing. He had some pretty good numbers in a C- league. 22 goals, 31 assists, 44 penalty minutes. Might be a power forward. That's okay. A depth left winger from the United States of America. Might be from Boston, baby. 18 years of age as well. Yes, go for it. All right, Julius Conan. Let's see what he's all about. Come on, Conan. All right. Low top 9, 56 overall sniper. Didn't hit right there. That's all right. We're in the third round. Let's sim to the next pick. Philadelphia Flyers. No, I want to load up. I want to see if we can get lucky. So we missed out on a medium top 9 and a medium fringe starter right there. That's unlucky. All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna go for a. Let me see. Ponikaruski. 17 years of age. Yuri Ponikarovsky from Latvia. You know what? He's got a great last name. He's a lethal Latvian. I'm just taking a random guess right here, all right? Yuri Ponikarovsky. Let's go, baby. Oh, hang on a second. It was the last pick of the third round. I got to go back there. Medium top 9 grinder. A medium top 9 grinder. That's not bad because that's a fourth liner. And a medium top 9, he can grow the right way. 57 overall at what age? At 7. Yeah. He could turn into something. He could be a good little player for us. A Latvian grinder. Yeah. There's a fourth liner. That's a fourth. That's not maybe even a third liner. A penalty killer for us in the future. I like that pick. That's a solid pick. All right, we've been pretty good in this draft. No, I'm not going to do that. We've been very good in this draft so far. We've gotten what we wanted. Next up, a goaltender again. No, I'm just going to take a chance. Let me just go through some of these numbers. Is there anyone who just pops out? D- League 17 goals to Dale Romano. Nah, he played a lot of games. There's nothing really popping out anymore. Well, there we go. We got a guy with 9 goals, 6 assists. John Brust, 18 years of age. He's a right winger. He might be like a goal scorer. I'm going to take a chance on a right winger here. Another American. Fourth round. Let's see what we got. We got a playmaker, low top 9. All right, so I think we're at the end of the draft here. So I'm just going to sim the entire draft from here on out. All right, the last pick we got was a medium backup. And there you go. Kreitzer, Scoville, Conan, Ponikarovsky, Brust, Bloomstrand, Lehner, Duclair, Boschman, and Andrew Raycroft, baby. Made a return to the Boston Bruins. And there it is. Trade alert. The St. Louis Blues trade a first-round pick to the Edmonton Oilers for a second-round pick and Brendan Lipsick. Wow. Good job, Edmonton. Continuing to shit on Connor McDavid's career. Brendan Lipsick, you're moving up. The Columbus Blue Jackets trade a second for a second and a fourth. All right, they're probably just moving up there. That makes sense. All right, very good. Hang on, sim to the re-sign stage. All right, so for everyone on YouTube right now, we're going to do some power of video editing. I'll just give you a look-see on what the contract situation looks like. We have $18 million of cap space. It's not going to be an issue, though, all right? Because goaltenders, like I said, we have our 2 guys already signed for next season. Defenseman, we have Hayden He's up to an 86 overall. Now, he doesn't want an extension, right? But I unloaded those 2 contracts, and he was a second and a third. So to get Hayden Flurry, it's going to cost a lot. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot. I might just be better off letting him go to free agency. All right, but we'll see what happens there. Remember, I'm okay because we got a second and a third, and we dumped the salary cap. What a trade, Johnny. I told you. I fucking told you. But he doesn't. See, that's why they traded him, because he had his eyes set on free agency. So it's not a fleece, guys. Remember, we didn't get any. We got the rights, but we're going to have the rights in free agency as well. So that's what I mean. It's actually a really good system right there shown by the Carolina Hurricanes. They realized they were going to lose him. He didn't sign an extension. All right, his morale was down, so they just got rid of him for 2 guys that can help out with their playoff run for next season on 1-year deals, so they're not committing long-term, and all they gave up was a second and a third and a guy that they were not going to have back. It's actually some of the smartest trade AI I've seen. So I'm actually fine with that. So we'll see what happens with Hayden Fleury. I got to go through the rest of the squad here. Right wingers. We've got to get Shenishin back on the team. Left wingers, got to take care of all these UFAs and centers, all right? So, power of video editing. We'll be right back. And we're back from the power of video editing. So, I've gone through the re-sign stage, had taken care of everything that I wanted, and yes, we did get Hayden Fleury signed. He signed a pretty good contract for us. So, just give you guys a look-see. Our goaltender situation, Prasat and Saro still, and then a bunch of prospects, 2 medium elite goalies, a high fringe starter, a medium starter. So, a bunch of trading assets right there. Defenseman now, Torrey Krug, Hayden Fleury, 6x6. 6x6. So, just like Brendan Carlo, 26 years of age. And now that means we got to move on from Jonas Brodin and Ryan Ellis. We just do. Because we want to make sure that Ryan Ellis doesn't continue to drop off. We got to free up that 6.2. We're going to free up like $10 million. Got to find a guy to play alongside of Hayden Fleury, a right-handed D-man in free agency. Or just go out and trade for one. Use your first rounder for next year because you still have the LA Kings. Go out and find a guy who would have great chemistry with a Hayden Fleury. All right, probably an offensive offensive or defensive defenseman who would play great in our top 4. I'll have to look around for that. But there's our blue line. All right. And then when it comes to the forward core, we have Braden Point signed. We have Pasternak. We have Marchand signed. Raquel's still there. Bergeron signed a 1-year, $4 million contract. DeBruska's still there. Nemestikov is still there. Shenishin is still there. Forsbacka Karlsson, 3 years at $3.5 million. Frederick is back. Nikushkin is still here. And with those, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So all we need is the one guy for Josh Lievo, essentially. And we have $5.6 million of cap space available. All right, so $5.6 million of cap space available, and we only need some depth players. We're in a very good position. So let's sim to free agency. All right, and see what is available, or which is available. Oh my God, I can't even talk anymore. Whatever, though. Just powering through, baby. All right, so here in free agency. Now, we're going to end the video right here because I want you guys to be able to chime in. Some big-time decisions still need to be made when it comes to trades and everything. Geno Malkin, oh my God. Geno Malkin is available. I can't afford him. 1 year, just pick up Geno? That ain't going to work. So let's first go to goaltenders and just go UFAs right now, all right? So Darcy Kemper is available, 83 overall. There's not really any stud goaltenders. We already got our guy. But going after maybe James Reimer, just getting a third 80-something overall goaltender. So if we have that injury, it's not going to hurt us at all. I think I want to do that again. So I'm going to be getting a goalie. Defenseman. So this is why we signed Hayden Flurry. He was 86 overall. He was the best defenseman available. But a guy like Julius Honka, right, to play alongside of Hayden Flurry. What is he? Defensive pairing number 1. So probably not the best bet, actually. He doesn't play well on the second line. What about Brendan Montour? All defensive pairings, all power play lines. He might be somebody that you want to give like a 3-year deal to play alongside of, what's his face? All right, so you could do something there. I might have to look around the NHL as well to find a line mate, but got to find someone to play alongside of Hayden Fleury. Right wingers, Timo Meier, a power forward. Remember, a guy who can keep the, or take the puck off the opposing team. Let's see. His takeaways to giveaways. That could be an interesting one, but what does he want? $5.5 million. I could make it work, but I don't think there's any room on my team for him. Nyquist, Bjorkstrand, Burakovsky. All right. Left wingers, Pacioretty, Bjork, Milano, Nick Ritchie, Zucker. Plenty of guys to fill up the depth. And centers, Ryan O'Reilly, Evgeny Malkin, Jonathan Taves, Claude Giroux. Look at all these old vet guys. Ryan Getzlaff, my goodness gracious. But we already have our cap space. Now, if we trade away Ryan Ellis, Jonas Brodin, we're going to free up a lot of cap space, right? So a lot of different moves could be made right here. I'll show you guys quickly our trading assets. Again, if I want to go out there and make a blockbuster trade, I certainly can do it right now. Absolutely. We have the cap space, we can make the cap space, and we have the assets available. All right, so all skaters, let me just show you again. Salary cap. All right, point pass to Krug. They're holding on to. I could free up 6.250 with Ryan Ellis. I could free up another 4.5 with Jonas Brodin. I could free up 2.25 with Nemestikov if I want to. 1.7 for Nikushkin. 1.5 for Frederick. I don't even need to do that. There are depth players, right? But I can do a lot of things right here. And then the draft pick situation. All right, we still have our first for this year. We still have our first for next year. And we still have our first for the year after that. Oh, and by the way, we also have the LA Kings for the next 3 years. And their trade value is nice up there. So 2 first rounders. I don't want to ever trade away the LA Kings pick, though, because I see that as being a potential lottery winner, and that would just do everything for us. That would create the dynasty, right? But the point is, I have a lot of trading assets, and then goaltenders as well. Look at this trade bait. Para and Scoville, right there, the trade value. So we could do a lot of things. So I'm going to end it right there. Go nuts in the comments section. Anything and everything. Let me know how you think we should arrange this team. All right, we'll come back in the next one, go through free agency, and maybe we'll be able to sim all the way to the trade deadline if we're on autopilot. All right, boys? So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided all over me. Grand Slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.